Okay, so in this video, I'm going to explain this reading task. It says, I made my way to the hall, which basically means I went to the hall. Yeah. For example, I made my way to work, like I went to work. More children sitting in rows, filas, of canvas chairs. So let's have a look what a canvas chair is. These sort of chairs, yeah, where the material is kind of suspended between two parts of the structure. These are examples of canvas chairs. An elementary class from a city school under the control of an elderly anciana teacher. A museum attendant holding a basket. So somebody who works in a museum is a museum attendant holding a basket, una canasta. All eyes gazing, like mirando fijamente, okay, at the basket. Oh, I said, is this a private lesson? Is it all right for me to be here? Is it like acceptable for me to be here? The attendant was brisk, yeah, brisk like abrupt, un poco abrupto. Surely we're having a lesson in snake handling, yeah. Vamos a enseñarles a los niños cómo manejar, cómo abrazar la serpiente. He said, it's something new. Get the children young, yeah, o sea, si les enseñas eso de chiquitos, and teach them every snake they meet is not to be killed. ¿Ya? Y si lo haces desde chiquitos, les enseñas que no está bien matar a cada serpiente que encuentres. Okay? People seem to think, la gente parece pensar, seem to think, that every snake they meet has to be knocked on the head, not like hit on the head, ¿ya? Pegarlo en la cabeza para que se muera. So we're getting them young and teaching them, ¿ya? O sea, mejor desde jóvenes les enseñamos que no. May I watch? Yeah. I did, and in this case, I think that may I watch should actually have question mark. But so may I watch? I said, surely this is a common grass snake. No, it's like this snake is not like a dangerous one. No harm, no hace daño, no harm at all. And at all means para nada. Yeah. Don't think that at all means del todo, because it doesn't. For example, if you say, I didn't understand completely, yeah, no entendí del todo. Yeah. However, if you say, I didn't understand at all, no entendí nada. Yeah. Okay. So, no harm at all. Teach the children to learn the feel of them, the feel like su tacto, yeah, to lose their fear. He turned to the teacher. Now, Mrs., he said, Miss Aitchison, la pido. He lowered his voice. The best way to get through to the children, get through to, transmitirles, get through to the children, is to start with the teacher, he said, Miss Aitchison. If they see you're not afraid, then they won't be. ¿Ya? Si a usted, maestra, ven que usted no tiene miedo, ellos tampoco van a tener miedo. She must be near retiring age. O sea, ya es una viejita y está casi ya en la edad de jubilarse. Okay? I thought, a city woman, yeah? Never handled, tocado, maniobrado, yeah? A snake in her life. Her face was pale, pálida. She just managed to drag the fear from her eyes, like arrastrar, yeah, sacar ese miedo de los ojos para que no se viera, and the fear from her eyes to some place in their depth, yeah, en las partes más profundas de los ojos, where it lurked. Lurked like it's kind of there, it's waiting. Ahí está como que me espera. Okay? Like a dark stain, una mancha oscura en los ojos. Surely the attendant and the children noticed, ¿no? O sea, el que había llegado del zoológico sabía y también los alumnos. It's harmless, no hace nada, the attendant said. He'd been working with snakes for years, yeah? Él había estado trabajando por años la serpiente. Miss Aitchison, I thought again. A city woman born and bred, o sea, se notaba que era de la ciudad, o sea, nació en la ciudad y tuvo su infancia. Nació y tuvo su infancia, born and bred, en la ciudad, ¿no? All snakes, creatures to kill. All snakes were creatures to kill. Like, all snakes were bad in her view. To be protected from, yeah, hay que protegerse. Alike the rattler, the copperhead, the king snake, the grass snake, venom and victims, yeah. Venom is obviously veneno, yeah, alike. So in this, like, por igual, yeah, it doesn't matter if it's the rattler, like one variety, or the copperhead, a different type of snake. Yeah, no importa el tipo, you have to kind of protect yourself from them. Okay. Were there not places in the south where you could not go into the streets for fear of rattlesnakes? Like you couldn't go into the street because you're worried about the rattlesnake, el cascabel. Okay. All right. Her eyes faced the lighted exit, ¿no? O sea, la salida, tenía como un foco arriba, marcando la salida por las emergencias. So she's like, please get me out of here. I want to leave. I want to leave. I saw her fear. The exit light blinked, parpadeaba. Yeah. Hooded like, como el foco está dentro de la caja de plástico. Yeah. For example, if we emergency exit light. Yeah, one of these things where the like this, where the light is on the inside of it. That's why it says it's hooded, because hood is like what you wear. For example, if you're wearing a hoodie, you have a hood. So it's kind of like the light, the foco was kind of inside this. So that's why it says hooded, and it blinked. Okay, so basically it's like a sign for her, get me out of here, get me out of here. Okay. The children, none of whom, ninguno de los cuales, had ever touched a live snake, like a living snake, it was alive, was sitting hushed, calladitos, waiting for the drama to begin. One or two looked afraid as the attendant opened the lid, de la tapa, and the lid, and took out, y sacó, a long green snake from the basket de la canasta, and with a swift movement, swift like fast, movimiento rápido and smooth, no? It wasn't like jerky like that, smooth, a swift movement. Before the teacher could protest, o sea, ni siquiera tuvo oportunidad de protestar, the teacher draped it around her neck, draped it like kind of like, colocar, he like lay it down, he let it fall, no? Around her neck. And for example, we use drape when we talk about sheets, como una sábana, ¿no? Poner la sábana y como que se deja caer, like the snake did around her neck. And step back, admiring and satisfied, like, oh, look, that's a really good result. There, he said to the class, your teacher has a snake around her neck and she's not afraid. ¿Ya vieron, niños? Yeah, tu maestra no tiene miedo. Ustedes tampoco. She stood is the past tense of stand, okay? Just like understand goes to understood, stand goes to stood. She seemed to be holding her breath. Teacher's not afraid, are you? No tiene miedo, ¿verdad, maestra? No. The attendant persisted, like, le estaba insistiendo. He leaned forward. Lean es inclinarse, You can also say leant in past. Like, se inclinó hacia enfrente. He leaned forward, pronouncing judgment, como pasando el juicio. While she suddenly jerked her head. Jerked, like mover bruscamente, like, como que aventó la cabeza, and lifted her hands. O sea, todo fue un movimiento de, get this snake off me, whoosh, no? While she suddenly jerked her head and lifted her hands, in panic to get rid of the snake. Get rid of, deshacerse, para deshacerse de la serpiente, no? Then, seeing the children watching her, she whispered, no, I'm not afraid. No tengo miedo. Of course not, claro que no. She looked around. Of course not. No, claro que no. She repeated sharply. Okay, well, I hope this helps, guys.